Hello, good day. Welcome to ProcessGuy. In this video, we'll be looking at what are the things you need to start coding. First of all, you need a computer, you need to choose a programming language, and a really good coach. Okay, so what kind of computer do you need? Here we'll be talking about Macbook Pro. You will need a Macbook Pro, and the reason why we've decided to do this is because of how reliable a MacBook Pro has been over the years, and we're recommending the 15 inches 2015 16 gig of RAM. We are also recommending MacBook Air, which is the 13 inches M1 chip. That's the one I use for my development. We're also recommending MacBook Pro 14 inches 16 inches M2 chip, which is the latest MacBook. Okay, and for non MacBook users, we recommend you do a 16 gig of RAM system, so i7 Intel with SSD hard disk. Very important, it has to be SSD hard disk. That's very important. So the next thing we have is why do we decide that you choose a MacBook? The reason is because the operating system is stable, compared to Microsoft. It's the development life cycle is better and is stable over the years than what Microsoft has to offer. The next thing is that it has a fewer viruses compared to Microsoft because it's not that too popular. Bad people don't target it to release software, to release malicious software on it. And number two is no unnecessary third-party software comes with your Mac. For example, when you buy an HP laptop, you install it, you see a lot of bloated wares that comes with it. Those things are by itself will be contending with your software that you want to run. And Macs are built by Apple alone. That gives it on its own premium. It gives it attention. So it's not being developed by any other person apart from Apple. That way there's quality, for what you are getting in terms of the hardware and also the software. And there's this thing that is everywhere now, that everything just works in Mac. That's true. So until you use it, you will never know. So for us that we use Mac, we know things just works. For mission critical issues, you might not really need to be, if you are using Windows. If you've been using Windows for some time, you will realize that at some point, if you depend on it for some things, that's when you need to just start installing updates. And then you might not be able to actually do that thing you need to do again until you finish, running updates. So that's one of the reasons that we just recommend you to go with a MacBook. And your machine shouldn't be an issue for you, on your next step to achieving what you want to achieve. We have a question that we've been asked, that why can you actually learn programming without a computer? Definitely no, you cannot learn programming without a computer, because programming is by practice. So you can't learn programming by watching video, you can't learn programming by searching the internet, you can only learn programming by writing programming language. You have to practice, you have to write code. That's how you learn how to program. Okay, so what is a programming language? A programming language is a computer language for writing computer programs. It's a language written, to tell computer what to do. So this part is very, key for me, because it's one of those things out there that one of those little things out there that shapes this world. You literally telling computer what to do. It's like communicating to human being, but this time around, you have the execution code, you have what they are going to do. They can't change what it is that they want to do. You tell the computer what to do, they can't object, they just go ahead and do it. I think that's beautiful. So the next thing we have here is what programming language should you choose? So the programming language you choose depends on what you are trying to do. For the purpose of this presentation, we are just going to focus on web development, just web development. So what's web development? Is building and maintaining web apps or websites. everything that works on your browser is literally web application. And this is divided into three major parts. We have the front-end development, we have the back-end development, and then you have the full stack. So we're going to be focusing on the front-end development. So for the front-end development, what are the things that you need? You basically need HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a bunch of dev tools. So you might have heard HTML before, CSS, JavaScript. These things are now becoming a buzzword. Those are the things you need to actually be a front-end developer. And one of the things that we do is that we make it available for you to learn easily. Because with us coaching you, you actually come with your own project, and we execute that project for you. Of course, you doing it by yourself, and at the end you learn everything required to do any other project from that your sample project you came with. So that for us is a way which we can use to track your progress over time. So what are the how can you then go ahead and subscribe to this front-end development course that we are offering? First of all, you might want to ask, why why ProcessGuy? Why is it that should you choose ProcessGuy over other vendor out there? For starters, we have over 15 years of experience of software development and training, and we also have one-on-one kind of a setup we will do with our students, meaning we teach you at your pace. So it's based on your learning speed. So we don't just teach everybody with a same template. We teach you based on your speed. Then it is project driven. I've mentioned this before now, that you come with your project and we actualize your project. So you could say you want to build an Uber application, for example. We'll build that Uber with you together, and then you see it succeed, and you can use that to build any other, use that approach to build any other system you want to build. Then for those people that are thinking of starting up a company, we can actually set up a company for you. Of course, you being your own boss as it is, you set up your own company, and you can use that to start your own business. So we'll teach you, we'll show you how to register domain, how to set up an email system, and what have you. All the nitty-gritty that requires you to run a company, we'll show you all that. So for people that want to work for other folks, or work within an organization, we also provide internship placements, where you do internship for a period of time. It can be 2 months, 3 months, as you are required. So the last thing is certificate of completion. We also provide certificates to show that you've gone through the course that you have gone through with us. So finally, we have the training model. What kind of model of training do we have? So we have three major style of training. They are 100% 3x, 100% online. What that means is that we will train you online 3 times a week. So if the training is supposed to last for 3 months, every week you should be available online for us to train you 3 times a week. So the next one will have mix online and physical. So meaning you have online three times a week, and then physical 1 time a week. And then the last one we have 100% physical, meaning 3 times a week that training will happen. So it means 3 times in a week you have physical training in our location. So those are the training platform or training models that we have. So if you are interested in any of these training platforms, send a message to us. Our email address is info@processguy.ng. So as I said, we are fully into coaching and mentoring, and the idea is to guide you to your success. Thank you.